Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is having a good morning. Welcome on in. It be the day. It do be the day. Borada. Good morning, the lords. Well done, Gromit on first. GG's on the first. Oh dear. Hi, Slerol as well. Good morning. And Crab, good morning. Neo, good morning. Dear Magoa, good morning. Exactly, good morning. You're so early today. You are so early today. Which is good, because we're only here for 1 hour. We're only here for 1 hour. The shortest stream. I'm actually going to put a pin. But the reason we are here for 1 hour and actually doing a stream is because Boobtober's just opened. That was, I know, massive surprise. I bet nobody saw that coming. Not a single person here was like, it's probably Boobtober. This will be our 6th year running the event. Wait, what? I know. No way. It's Boobtober. At this time of year, on the same day we announce it every year, there's no way. It couldn't be. Yeah, hi Nap, good morning, welcome in, hi Stroobs. Let me just real quick, because I've got it here. I got it here, there you go. I could just put it like behind, or actually in front of this, so it doesn't, there you go. We got this. The fact that we've got the audible thing there, very annoying, because I actually do want to pin this, and I feel like it's going to get lost behind the audible thing. But there we go. I would have liked to have that without that. Every 14th of August. Yeah, 2 weeks into August, normally. So, yeah, the 14th. Dear, I'm so surprised. I know, I can't startle you like that. I know, you had no way of knowing. It was really subtle. Amazon, go away. Yeah, genuinely. It's like, I've got Boobtober stuff to be pinning here. But yeah, Boobtober is going live. It has gone, well, it's gone live now. It is live. It is bee themed this year. We have little Flappy the Ghost dressed as a bee for the year for boobies, but also because there's been a whole lot of research in the last couple of years done about bee venom and breast cancer. If you haven't looked into it, it's very interesting. Effectively, they found that certain bee venoms just kill breast cancer cells. There's still a lot of research to do before they can use it, but if they can, that's amazing. So we thought maybe bees for Boobtober this year, because they're doing a good thing. Boobtober goes live on my birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Nap! Enjoy your birthday. I hope you have a great day. Hell yeah. Wait, what? We're doing? I know, we might be doing Boobto this year. Oh, wow, really? Yeah. They've been doing, actually over the last few years now, a lot of tests into bee venom, because they found specifically in like, not in humans, but in like breast cancer tissue that they've got separately, that bee venom just kills breast cancer, which is amazing. Specifically targets it. It's just finding a way to actually make that as a treatment, but it makes sense. Also, protect boobies is a very funny line. Hell yeah. Happy birthday! They're also, hi Purple, good morning. The B in Boobtober stands for birthday. Yeah, a shocking bee. It's a boobie. It is the scariest of boobies. Here they are. Happy Boobtober now. Thank you, Astrid. I know a few of you might have seen it coming. Like maybe 1 or 2 of you. I couldn't say for sure. I feel like a couple of you might have had an idea that this was what was happening. 2 seconds. Am I lagging the heck out? Potentially. Am I? I hope not. I hope my enthusiasm is not lagging things out. Do I seem laggy to you? It could be on my end, to be fair. Stream looks fine here. Okay, I'm gonna say that, yeah, I'm getting a few warnings, but I think it might be me. I think I'm the problem. Dear Jelly, good morning, how you doing? Wonderful research, great pun, hell yeah. It's time for boobies. No lagging, no, you seem okay on my end. Happy birthday, birthday twin. Happy birthday, Purple, as well. Happy birthday. I was around for last year's Boobtober. Hell yeah! I think a lot of people here will know what Boobtober is, but I'm sure there are people that have joined over the last year that will be like, Jelly, I have no idea what you're talking about. In which case, I'm going to be streaming this hour, answering questions about this year's Boobtober, talking a little bit about what we've got on, all that good stuff, and also why we do it, my history, all that kind of stuff. We're just going to have a little bit of a yap for an hour. We're having an hour of yap and announcement. I think people probably knew what was coming. I want to believe we were being subtle, but you know, so I will be having to go relatively quickly today because again I only have 1 hour to stream. I do also need to do a clip that is 1 minute long. Do you want to maybe do that now? Should we get a clip really quickly? Should we get a silly clip? Hi Star, have a lovely lurk. All right. You want to do? I can mute background noise for a sec if you like. Okay, don't use any emotes or anything because I've muted the desktop, so they're not gonna hear it. All right. You ready? We're gonna do a 1 minute. I'm gonna wait for the. There you go. Wait for the clock to go. Go for 1 minute. Okay. Hi, Boobtober 2026 is open. It's bee-themed this year. We are fundraising for the BCRF, which is the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, from the 1st of October to the 31st of October. Anyone is welcome to join, any streamer of any age, any gender, any background, any size. We want anyone. If you think you can talk about breast cancer for a few minutes on your stream during October, we want you, basically. And it could be you're doing one stream, it could be you're doing a week of streaming, it could be doing the whole month of streaming. It's completely up to you how much you do. So again, hopefully it's nice and flexible for everyone. We have raid trains, we've got loads and loads of collabs, we've got, we're already planned and set up. We have a whole Boobtober server, and if you would like more information on Boobtober, exclamation mark Boobtober in chat at any point will get you the Boobtober Discord, and I'll also be posting that in my Discord server. There you go. That should do it. How was that? I can clip that for later, right? That was 8 minutes into the stream. I'll clip that for later. There we go, there we go. Hi everyone, I have milk. You have milk? Hell yeah. I have a matcha latte. I don't know, we were completely oblivious. It could have been anything. Dear. For being subtle. It does stand for being subtle. Hell yeah. I started on the house hippo kit. My friends got my kids got me yesterday. Hell yeah. Dear. I think you talk about it a lot, and that's I know enough to know what was happening, which is good. Yeah. Boobtober is the biggest event we host every year. We started it 6 years ago. This will be our 6th year doing it, I should say. It's something that means a lot to me. So for a little background for anyone who's newer to this channel, before I did streaming more full-time, I worked as a post-surgery fitter. So that was fitting people who had been through, it was a few surgeries. It was enlargements, reductions. It was also transitional surgeries, but predominantly, like 9 out of 10 of the surgeries were breast cancer surgeries. And we'd be fitting for binders and fitting for bras and stuff like that all afterwards. And that was my job. That was something that I was trained to do, and that's what I did for like 5 years before leaving. It was something that I was very, very passionate about. I met thousands of people going through breast cancer, and every year we would have lots of breast cancer awareness events. We'd have like catwalk shows. We'd have lots of brands come in. We'd have lots of people going through breast cancer pop by, and it was a really, really big thing we hosted in person every year. When the pandemic hit, we couldn't do that anymore because like all the people that we worked with who had breast cancer were high risk, and so we couldn't do any, and like we weren't allowed to like host events where like big crowds come together because also it was the pandemic. So all of the fundraising, all of the awareness raising we did every year was just immediately cut off. And the first year that it happened, I was like, oh well, I'll just do something online then. So I wanted to do like a little event just for me. It was just gonna be for me with my community. Well, we called it Boobtober, and we were going to talk about breast cancer for the entire month of October. And I talked about it a bit in like the July or something that I wanted to do it, and a few streamers were like, if you're doing that, Jelly, would you mind sharing your resources with me, because I think I'd also like to do something similar actually. And I was like, okay. So you know, it's no skin off my back. I have the resources anyway. I'm happy to share them. But then it kept kind of going, and by October we had 25 people that had signed up, and it's like, okay, this was an event that was just for me. It wasn't meant to be a team event. It wasn't meant to be something where I was hosting an event. 25 people signed up the first year, and as soon as the event was over, they were like, well, you're going to do it next year then? And it was like, okay. And thus Boobtober started. It was a complete accident. I wasn't intending to run an event every year, and I was definitely not intending to run a team event every year. But here we are. And it's been something that we've done for the last 6 years. And we have more and more people joining every single year. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. How do we get involved? Thanks, Bonoffy. Join the Discord server. All the information is in the Discord server. Go into the announcements, and I've literally set it up category so you can go through the server. But yeah. Yeah, it was a complete accident that it started like that in the first place, and it's been amazing since. We've actually raised over $60,000 for breast cancer charities now. We support the BCRF. The BCRF is the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. They are based in America. However, the BCRF is the biggest breast cancer research charity, full stop, and they spread their research worldwide. So wherever you live in the world, you do benefit from the work that the BCRF does. They don't keep their information to just America. They spread it everywhere. That's why we fundraise for the BCRF, because again, it's a research-based charity, so they are looking for better treatment options, earlier detection, and eventually a cure for breast cancer. But also, wherever you live, you benefit, and you have benefited from the work that the BCRF does. If you want, again, links, I think I actually have the BCRF link set up ahead of time. Let me check if I was organized. I was. There you go. We have the BCRF link up ahead of time if you would like to learn more about the charity that we fundraise for. But we'll be fundraising for them again. Yes. I hope that gives a good rundown of like what we do and why we do it. We don't expect everyone joining Boobtober to stream for the whole month. That's the other thing, is I think a lot of people think that they have to stream from the 1st to the 31st. Not at all. You're more than welcome to join for one stream during that month. Say if you're just like, oh, I just would like to do the first Monday of October. That's fine. That's fine, that's perfect. Like, if you think you can show your community how to do a chest check, talk a little bit about breast cancer, you don't even like, we also encourage, because breast cancer is also often seen as a very women's only condition. It's been better over the last few years. They have talked a little bit more about men's breast cancer. But if you're happy to talk about breast cancer in men, if you're happy to talk about breast cancer in trans non-binary people, we would like you to join, because the more people realize that, oh, actually I can get breast cancer, here's how I keep myself safe, the more people can take that initiative if they ever do find something unusual. Like, again, a lump, a bump, an unusual patch of skin, a sudden inversion of the nipple, pain and swelling on one side, or if you have any unusual discharge from the nipple. If you find any of those things, you can take yourself to the doctor, because a lot of people will find those things but think that they're not someone who can get breast cancer, so it wouldn't apply to them, and it does. We often reference a study from 2019 for men's breast cancer, because back in 2019 a very upsetting study came out, but unfortunately very true, in that again, breast cancer in men is much less common, but it does happen. 25,000 men were diagnosed with breast cancer and 12,000 died. That is ridiculous statistics, because breast cancer is not more dangerous in men than it is in women. But because men often don't realize that they can get breast cancer, they'll overlook those early signs and symptoms. And breast cancer spreads to a lot of very difficult areas to treat in the body. Like, when it's just in the breasts, there's a lot you can do. But when it spreads to your lymph system, when it spreads to your bones, it's a lot harder to treat. So yeah, early detection saves lives. And again, a lot of the research that BCRF does is into that earlier detection. I think you don't, oh sorry, I'm behind on that. So for boobies, would you let me, you can if you like. I'm also happy to go back and grab it though, don't worry. Matcha latte, aka grass tasting. Yeah, grass milk, my delicious green milk. Ace, good morning, and Taboo, good morning. How you doing? Riles, good morning, and thank you, Banoffee. I appreciate you. People are interested in being a Boobtober streamer. I think it's nice to be able to use a Boobtober banner and they can choose their own organization to support. No, Boobtober, that's not, you can't do that actually. So that is actually Brick Lane, not true at all. Boobtober stuff is specifically made for the BCRF. You can't use it for anything other than the BCRF. The reason is there is trademark stuff to do with the ribbons, basically. Different charities have different stuff like that. So you can't take Boobtober's art and use it for a different charity or a personal one, because that's not, you can't do that. Same with like the BCRF stuff, that is just absolutely not allowed. That would be big problems for us, don't do that. Yeah, trademarks, you can't do that. And that's the same with any cancer charity, by the way. That's not a BCRF specific one. They all have their own stuff, so Boobtober is specifically for the BCRF. There are a lot of other good charities out there, but you can't use the Boobtober stuff for that, unfortunately. We love a lot of the other charities. I love Against Breast Cancer. I love the stuff that they do in the UK. I love Copperfield, who I love Knitted Knockers. There's a lot of amazing charities that I actually have a lot of communication with behind the scenes. It's just a legal thing, yeah. Dear. Last year you raised more money than BCRF. Very funky to be informed. Hell yeah, already, oh bless you, thank you Fox, that's very kind of you. Yeah, disregard the statement. Yeah, do not get us in trademark issues. No, Boobtober is specifically for that. It actually comes up in our FAQ, because we do get that question a lot, which is, the question is normally, where have I got it? Can I fundraise for a different charity? And the answer is no. Unfortunately, Boobtober is made specifically for the BCRF, and there is a lot of trademark issues with that sort of thing. But we still support you, and we still want your charity to do well. Anyone who talks about breast cancer stuff in October is amazing, a champion, doing fantastic. Like personally, I don't care so much if you're fundraising for Copperfield, or if you're fundraising for Knitted Knockers, or if you're fundraising for Against Breast Cancer. They're all great charities. I love all of them. And again, we actually talk a lot behind the scenes. Us and Copperfield specifically have had a lot of DMs over the last couple of years. We've shared a lot of resources as well. We also share a couple of resources to Copperfield for things like monthly reminders, and I've shared some of our stuff with them when we can. But it's, yeah, logos is specifically the na. Oh dear. Also, hi, how you doing, Pearl? Dear Temp, good morning. Fundraising for good causes is good. Yeah, like I've actually worked with Against Breast Cancer before, and I've had Knitted Knockers actually before streaming. And yeah, Copperfield is someone that we've got to know a lot after starting streaming. So like, again, we all chat behind the scenes. We're all good friends. We all like, want the same things. Oh dear. Yeah, I never want people to think there's any animosity there. There's not. We're all good. We're all very good. But the word Boobtober. No, it's not the Boobtober word, it's the art. So it's the art and the logos and such. Yeah, because it is all made for the BCRF, very specifically. So it's not the word. Boobtober is actually a word that well predates the fundraising we do here. It was originally a word, oh my god, it would have been nearly 40 years ago that Boobtober was first like popping up. So basically, a little history on the word Boobtober. We've taken it and we used it for Twitch because it's eye-catching. But Boobtober existed like 30 plus years ago. The reason, basically, people going through breast cancer wanted to talk to their communities about breast cancer more, wanted to host more coffee mornings talking about breast cancer. However, people would be scared. They'd be like, they see breast cancer and they just don't want to touch it. They don't want to go anywhere near it. And so they made an event called Boobtober, and people were like, I'm curious about what that is. What could that be? And they'd get them in with that, and they'd come in with Boobtober, they'd have a coffee morning, and then they'd talk to them about breast cancer. And so it's something that has existed, like, pre-internet. But we use Boobtober online because it's eye-catching. Now, as far as I'm aware, we are the only streamers, like, big team on Twitch using Boobtober. I think I would probably, at this stage, not recommend another team trying to use, well, I mean, you can try and use the same name if you like. We don't have trademark over it. I just think it might get a little confusing. At that point, maybe just make your own name, you know? People can use the word Boobtober. They can. So I'm going to be quite clear here, Brick Lane. They can. I think the difficulty is if people then link their stuff with what we're doing here, and there could be some confusion because I don't want to be claiming responsibility for streamers that have nothing to do with me. Again, if other people use Boobtober and they do it separately, I don't want people to go and harass them or attack them for it either. Absolutely not. But I would probably say at this point, if you're planning to start your own event, maybe just pick a different name. Because especially if you're in this community, that's just going to be confusing for the sake of confusing. Or it feels a little bit like, yeah, like you're, how to put it, there is a weirdness about it where it feels like almost you want to be you want to be under the umbrella, but you don't want to actually fundraise with us. You know, it feels a little weird. Something about that feels a little like, you can, I'm not going to stop you, but like, is it going to feel a little weird? Yes. Dear. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, there's lots of other names you could pick. Like many. Dear. It's clever. Yeah. Neat. I somehow missed that. That was an offline thing too. It's super neat. Yeah. Dear. Very fair. To avoid confusion. Yeah. I think to avoid confusion, I would appreciate that. Dear. I also, again, I'm like, we like doing BCRF because it is a worldwide charity. Wherever you live in the world, you can get support from them. That's why we do it. Dear. Maybe Octoboob could work. I think you could do a lot of different things, to be quite honest. Was it connected to Macmillan? I don't think so, no. I believe it was actually an independent group that did it. Like, very much like just a group of women were like, I want to talk about it, and people aren't listening, so we're going to grab their attention like this. Dear. Yeah, rather than like associated with a specific group. Because Macmillan do a lot of coffee mornings and tea mornings and stuff like that. I don't think they did the Boobtober ones initially. They might have taken it on since. I wouldn't be surprised at that. Dear, right. Do you want to go through stuff a little bit? Because I would actually love to show you this. Oh, bless you, Fox. I see that there. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. All right. Let me take you through. Ignore that. You don't see that. You don't see anything. Don't ignore the big thingy there. Can you show the? There you go. There we go. All right. So this is in the announcements channel. I'm going to be going through some things. I would love to know more. Hell yeah. I just want to talk a little bit about navigating the server, try and make it as easy as possible for people. So I do have everything visible, but hopefully you should have that hidden at the side. Boobtober 2026 open. This is the announcements channel. So this is the announcement that's just dropped. I've tried to set up little things here to help you navigate through. There are a few things like the Raid Train and the Boobtober collabs you're only going to see if you're a Boobtober streamer, which is the first one here. So this just talks a little bit about what we've already talked about with breast cancer and the BCRF and stuff like that. Starting with navigating the server, the first thing you want to do is go to Roles. Roles is where you can sign up as a Boobtober streamer. If you react to this with the little B, you will be signed up as a Boobtober streamer. It's that easy. That easy. Is there a way for giveaway item? Yes. Yes. You do not have to stream, but we do have a form. I will get to this in a moment, Clen. But the answer, long and short, is yes. Also, good morning. I hope you're doing well, and good morning, Sloth. I saw the announcement on the Boobtober. It's already signed up. It was so incredibly fun last year. Oh, I'm so glad. And I have to make. Oh gosh, last year I'm more than bless you. I hope you're doing okay. I hope everything's going smooth for you. But yes, we'd love to have you again. Yeah, starting with roles. If you are planning to join us as a Boobtober streamer, make sure to react to this one. This basically opens up the raid train and the collabs and all of that kind of stuff. We have that separately just to avoid bots and stuff getting in, because we had a couple of issues last year with people signing into the raid train that weren't really people, and that was kind of problematic. So yes, we have this here. If you react to this, it will show. So just to make sure that there's that extra step to make sure we don't get anyone in that we don't want to. The next is setting up your Tiltify. So there's a couple of options here. First of all, this is the Boobtober page. We have this here. This doesn't change this page. This is the written instructions. If you're not keen on written instructions, I recorded a walkthrough video which will help you set up your Tiltify. Now, Tiltify is easier to set up than it's ever been. They've added so many things in the last couple years that make Tiltify so easy for people to set up and navigate. But in case you're nervous about it, or if you would like, again, just to have someone walk you through it step by step, I've done a video. It's like 20 minutes long, and it will walk you through every step you need to get it nice and set up. You don't have to do that yet, because again, we start this in October. You've got like a month and a half, but for when you get there, we have that there. We also have like the little links to these things because they are separate. Breast cancer information. So we have a lot of useful stuff here. We have the links to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation as well as all of their social links. The reason is they're often called BCRF Cure. So just to make sure that you're following the right account, these are the BCRF social accounts if you do want to go follow them. I always say, if you're streaming for a charity, follow the charity and tag them. Let them know, because charities do want to know, they do want to reach out, they do want to thank people for the support, and they won't always find you necessarily otherwise. So if you say, for example, use Blue Sky, follow them on Blue Sky. When you drop your information about what you're doing, at them, let them know. I've spoken to many people from the BCRF and they are absolutely lovely. Tell them, they'd love to know, and they'd love to drop by streams and support you and cheer you on and stuff like that. So yeah, follow them on the social medias that you have. You don't have to do it, but I think it's only a benefit for you, in my opinion. If you're looking for a more medical version of the self-check exams, we have this one. We also have the censored version because there are sometimes issues with nipples on Twitch. This is a really, really good self-check guide. If you're like, I want to teach my community how to do a self-check, which are chest checks, so looking for breast cancer or any unusual symptoms, this is a really, really good one. If you don't maybe even want to show it yourself, maybe you just want to play it on stream, but you don't feel comfortable gesturing to your own chest, you could just play this video, and that would be it. You've done it. Excellent. This one as well has been a community favorite, a very popular self-check image from last year. I'm sure you can see why. This one people really, really like. So these are the signs and symptoms when you're looking for something that you should go to the doctor with. It's not always breast cancer, but it could be. Yeah, all of these, and people love the lemons. Dear, thank you. I'll join the Discord once I figure out how I can do it. Oh, absolutely. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you. Hell yeah. And Sen, good morning. Enjoy your lurk. Do I pronouns? They don't, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. We've been very, very exclusionary towards you specifically. Also, if you're curious about what the research is funding and stuff like that, like especially when you're fundraising, if you manage to raise $50, that funds an hour of research. There you go. So it's like you have these little bits and bobs here. They also have a full list of the written out stuff if you want to show it to. Future, good morning, how you doing? Very useful. We're just talking about breast cancer awareness, and we're talking about the BCRF and all of this. Next is overlays and themes. So the theme for the year, it's bees. We've got all the bee stuff. However, if bees are not your cup of teas, we've got loads of other things here. So we've got, for example, the art made by Zomboti, which is, there's a whole set of these which show like both like more gender diverse breast cancer awareness stuff, all done by Zomboti, a very talented artist who we love very much, who has made a lot of stuff for us over the years for Boobtober. Hell yeah. Big ups to Zomboti. You can download the full facts slide here and then set them up as slides and all that kind of stuff. So it's really easy for you to have in your stream. This one was made by Vile, which is one of our original flappies. It will literally just float around your stream for you if you want it. Add it on the green screen, float around, all that good stuff. Again, very talented beans. Vile is also one of the staff members who helps us run the event every year. It's been jollier. Oh, lovely. Hell yeah, Future. Thank you. I'm glad. Doing okay, working on a few figures. Oh, good luck. Good luck with your comms. Hell yeah. Resources for streamers. This one I would always recommend. So this is the gaming toolkit for BCRF. It's got like the BCRF logos and all that kind of stuff in it. It's always useful. The only thing I will say, there is also, talking about logo guidelines and stuff like that, in that pack also has logo guidelines. So basically there are certain things you can't do with the logos that will get you in trouble because of trademark and all that kind of stuff. Again, every charity has this. This is not a BCRF specific thing. The information for that is in there if you want to make sure that you're safe. And then we have some overlay packs. So we have like the standard pink one. We have a more Halloween themed one. We have a synthwave themed one and a crafting themed one. So if you would like to use one of these, they give you little bars. They give you like boxes for your camera to go in and stuff like that. All the general streamy overlay stuff. We've got a lot of emotes. If you would like Boobtober emotes, we have a zip file of all of the old ones there. We have some of the 5-year stuff, which might be a little bit less now that we're at 6 years. We do have that. This is a really, really good wheel if you're looking to do giveaways. It helps get like a big graphic on screen. It's very exciting and interactive. These ones were made by Blapple. If you wanted to have some links under your stream to little like things, Blapple made these ones last year. I'll just get the Blapple shout out as well. Again, really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. And then we've got all the bee stuff from this year. So again, you have so many options. You do not have to do the bee theme if you do not want to. There are loads of other themes that we've got over the years that you can use. And again, you don't even have to use any of these if you don't want to. These are all basically stickers for your stream. If you want to put stickers all over your stream and make them fancy and cool and slidey and all that good stuff, we have them. But you don't have to use them. It's very personal. Oh dear. Almost like a press kit. Kinda, yeah. Then we've got FAQ. FAQ. So this is a lot of the frequently asked questions. Now, the one thing we do have at the top is, can I invite my friends to join Boobtober? Yes. Yes, you can. We have the link here. I also put the link in the announcement. If you want to share this link around, you can share it with anyone. Anyone is more than welcome to join. We don't care if it's your first ever stream. We don't care if you're an affiliate, a partner, not either. Like, it's fine. Regardless. We want anyone who is happy to talk to their community, because my thought process, especially as someone who comes from a background of breast cancer work, is it doesn't really matter how much you fundraise. If you can tell one person how to do a chest check, if you can tell one person that, you know, different genders get breast cancer too, that young people can get breast cancer too, if you can tell one person those kind of information, that's perfect. You don't need to be streaming to hundreds of people. Like, streaming to one person and letting them know, you've done a good job. That's all you need to do, in my mind at least. And then you've got, like, can you fundraise for a different charity? No. Boobtober here is specifically for the BCRF. It just means we don't get in trouble because of things like the ribbon, the logo, the branding. All of it is for BCRF, so it has to be for BCRF. Do I have to stream the whole month? No. You can stream one day if you'd like. Absolutely fine. Can I run my own collab? Yeah. And we also have Boobtober collabs, which I'll get to in a second. That'll help you set that up. How do I join the Boobtober Twitch team? Once you publish your Tiltify page, we will be sending you an invite. We send them out every few days, so because it is a manual thing. But yeah, once you've published your Tiltify, you'll get a team invite. That's to the Twitch team, which we use for raids throughout the month. I have a question, whack it in help and support. We'll help you anytime. We do have a store. The store closes a little early this year, so it actually closes. This is in my time zone, but if you look at the Discord, it will show it in your time zone. We have a link to the store here. Now, this is one that comes up a lot, and I want to be quite clear on this because it's a question that we get every year. Can I sell art and donate it to Boobtober? And the answer is, you can, but it's got to be your own art and not taken from this server or community. And we can't regulate anyone else's stores or donations. We are not responsible for anyone else donating proceeds to the sales of BCRF. The only official Boobtober limited store is linked here, and that is the only store that I can personally guarantee the profits get donated to BCRF. It's a question we get every year of, can I make my own art and donate the proceeds? And the answer is yes. We just don't claim responsibility for that. That is something that you have to make your own paper trail for. So you have to show your community, you have to do all that kind of stuff. We can't do that for you. And if there ever was like a scandal that somebody hadn't donated, we've already said we don't claim responsibility for that. Like, basically, I want to say that I do trust everyone that we've had previous years. Everyone that's joined us has always been really good with this sort of thing. But just with the event growing year after year, it's kind of important that we are clear with that. We have an official Boobtober store. I keep a paper trail for that one because I'm in charge of it. But if you want to do your own thing, you absolutely can. We just don't claim responsibility for it. When you stop taking donations, this is a really specific one this year. So this is in my time zone. Again, if you look at this, it will show up in your time zone. We have a specific cutoff point this year, and it's because I'm actually leaving for surgery on the 1st. So I will be shutting down the Boobtober Discord. I will be shutting down the Boobtober donations on the 1st, and there's going to be no late people this year. We can't take anyone late. We can't take, oh, but I've got something the next weekend. I'm really sorry. I have to shut it down before I leave because I'm leaving the country for surgery. I'm not going to be well enough to handle this server after I'm going. So with that in mind, I'm really sorry. The last fundraisers will all have to be on the 31st, and we can't take anything late. The reason is just because I can't shut the server down. And again, if you have any questions or if you are curious, we have 5 staff members. It's not just me. It is myself, Bateman Returns, Deimos Escapes, Unpredictable Artist, and Vile Mod. So there's a whole team of us. So lots of people that you can ask for questions. We'll also see who is currently live or online in the top right. Yes. Yeah. Can't believe, I know, it's so speedy. My nana was a long-term volunteer for breast cancer care, so a reminder that people of all genders and bodies can potentially get breast cancer. It says, guys, we need to check ourselves too. You do. You absolutely do. And it's so good to know what's normal for you. Also, Lenny, I hope you're doing well. Good morning. Thank you. Happy Boobtober announcement day. Yeah. It's happened so quickly. It's important to the just in case. I love that you're finishing Boobtober yeeting them. Yeah, this year, normally we have like a week where the server's like closing and everyone's saying goodbyes and doing all that. This year, I'm so sorry. I have to yeet you all on the 1st. And it's just because, yeah, I have to close down the page and everything real early. My bad. We also do have Boobtober team giveaways. These are the things that I give to the people that are fundraising with us as like thank yous, as little giveaway thank yous. This will all be announced on October 1st, so you've got like a month and a half before anything pops up here. All right, that's the first section. Does everyone feel, everyone getting it? Everyone like, I understand. If I ever work out what is normal, I'll let you know. Good. Hell yeah. Hopefully no lumps, bumps, unusual patches of skin, swelling and pain on one side, sudden inversion of the nipple, or unusual discharge from the nipple. Hopefully none of that. All right, yes, teacher. Okay, next. Sorry, we're going through it like lightning page because I've only got 25 minutes left. Thank you for the big emote. Also, thank you for the 155 streak. I appreciate you, Sen. Yeah, taking the notes, everyone. This will be on the test later. Oh, dear. Yes, sir. Okay, next. This is, I think, one of the more exciting bits. The raid train has changed this year. Now, you will only see this if you are a Boobtober streamer. If you haven't put your role as Boobtober streamer, you can't see the raid train. This is just to avoid bots. It's just to avoid bots. That's it. We're just avoiding bots. However, we have 2 raid trains this year. We have 2 raid trains, and we are using Raid Pal. So, based on feedback last year, we thought this might help more people take part, and we are doing 2 shorter raid trains, so Friday to Sunday. So 2 like long weekend raid trains. The raid trains are on the October 9th and October 23rd. The 23rd of October and the 9th of October. So we have them twice in the month. So if you can't make the first one, maybe you can make the second one. If you can't make the second one, maybe you can make the first one. Or maybe you can make both. You're allowed to sign up for both. Real quick, we are using Raid Pal this year, so I'm going to talk you through this really quickly for people that haven't seen Raid Pal before, but effectively, we've set it up so that there's loads of 2-hour slots. It's really, really simple. You click the link of the raid you want to join, either 1 or 2, we got 2 of them here. Connect to your Twitch, because you know, that way you're logged in. You will need a password potentially to join, and so we have an access code. This is the access code for Raid Train 1, this is the access code for Raid Train 2, so that you can put that in. Again, it's just to avoid bots. Scroll down and have a look at the raid train slots. You can only pick 1 per train, so make sure that you've got it right. When you're looking at it as well, I didn't put it there and I should have, I might add that in. Make sure that you're not using a VPN, because the slots will show in your own time zone, but if you're using a VPN, it might be wrong. If you've got a VPN on, just turn it off for signing up to the raid train to make sure that it's definitely showing in your time zone. And then once you've claimed a slot, no one else can take it. So when it comes to picking a slot, you want to pick when you want your slot to start. So for instance, if I picked a 1 p.m. slot, that means I'm going to get raided at 1 p.m. All the slots are 2 hours long, so that means I will stream for 2 hours after that and then raid out at 3 p.m. Now, if I'm like, I'd like to do more than a 2-hour stream, I'll start before 1 a.m. So that way, 1 p.m. So then maybe I'll start at 10 a.m. and then I get raided at 1 p.m. and then I raid out at 3 p.m. Does that make sense? I'm going to show it to you now. So I'm just going to like ping this up so that you can see it. This is, I think, going to be logged in for me, but that's okay. That's okay. Let me... Where is it? Hello? Oh, there it is. Let me just get this up so that you can also see it. I need to minimize the Discord. There you go. So this is in my time zone. This is in my time zone. Don't worry about that. And I've got some of that. But you can see, for example, the raid train slots. So all of these are 2-hour slots. Again, this is in my time zone, so it might look a little different to you. But say if I'm like, I would like to get raided at 12 midday, I would click this one. Oh, no, you can't see my... There you go. Can you see my cursor? Wait a minute. Why can't you see my cursor? Apparently you can't see my cursor. Well, I'm looking at slot number 4. If I'm looking at slot number 4 here, if I click this one, I would get raided at midday, and then I would be raiding out at 12. So, at 2. So if I click 4 and click that it's available and stuff like that, I don't know why you can't see my cursor, but that's okay. Then yeah, that way I'd raid out then. There's 30 slots per train, which is about how many people would join us on a train anyway. They are first come, first served, because you can only sign up for one. With the raid trains, we do ask make sure that you put it into your calendar, or that you are prepared to actually take the slot that you put in, because it would be a shame if you took a slot and then it turns out you couldn't use it. Like, I understand that obviously things happen and sometimes people get ill and stuff comes up, but ideally only sign up to slots that you think you'll actually be able to do. The time is the time you need to raid out. So the time you click is the time you want your slot to start, not the raid out time. So again, if I took 12 midday, I'd be so if I click, I'm taking the slot at 12 midday, that's when my slot starts. I would then raid out 2 hours later at 2, but that's not the slot that I take. I wouldn't take the 2 slot, I would take the 12 slot. Does that make sense? If you're unsure, I've put an example here, and I've also put this in here, which is, so for example, if I wanted my slot to start at 1 p.m, I would pick the 1 p.m. slot. Each slot is 2 hours long, which would mean I'd be scheduled to raid out 2 hours later at 3 p.m. If you want your stream to go longer than 2 hours, start earlier than your raid train slot. Don't go later. And yeah, I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, please do ask, because we don't want people to be clicking the wrong slots. So choosing at what time you want the other person to raid you. Yes, so the time you put in is when you get raided, so the start of your slot. Yes. Ah, dear. Yes. And again, you can only pick 1 slot per train right now. So we will open that up to more people at like closer to the time, but right now you can take 1 slot. Yes. All right. Also, with raid train scheduling, this has just at the moment got some raid train etiquette, and gaps in the train will be posted here on the 24th. Is ready to register as a backup slot? No, and I don't think that we'll, like, on the 24th, we're going to have it that people can take more than 1 slot. So I would say no sloth, and if you leave it until the 21st or 24th, people will just start filling in. Like, for example, if I'm going and the one before me isn't taken, I'll just take that one as well, because I might as well, and have a longer slot. So yeah, there is no backups. On the 24th, that's when all of them are going to go up for you taking as many as you like, basically. Yeah. Dear. So I would probably recommend to grab at least 1 slot before the 24th. That would be what I'd say to do. I imagine we can have an option on Discord for people to say if they're available in case someone can't make it. Well, we are actually going to have this isn't happening yet, Emily, because I want this to happen a little closer, because a lot can change between now and October for people, but we are going to be looking for some raid train support, actually, which is people that are happy to watch the raid train with me, because there are going to be times of the day where I'm not going to be able to watch it, but we're going to be looking for that a couple of weeks before October. We're not going to be looking for that yet. The reason is, again, something could happen between now and October quite easily, but yeah, a couple of weeks before that, we'll be like, hello, if anyone would be happy to help us keeping an eye on the raid train, we'd love to have some raid train helpers, and those people would also act as backup and stuff like that. Yeah. All right. That is the raid train. The raid train I'm really excited about. I'm very, very excited about. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it should be really good. Again, there are limited slots per train. There's 30 per train, and you can take 1 slot per train. So you can take 2 at the moment, 1 from one and 1 from the other. And if we have any gaps in the end, which we'll see, they'll go live on the 24th of September. So not this month, next month. All right, the next exciting thing. We might have quite a few collabs. We might have quite a few collabs happening, potentially. So these are all my collabs, but you can also set up your own collabs here as well. So anyone can set up a collab, as long as you do have to have the Boobtober streamer role for this, because it makes sense. But if you would like to set up your own collabs, you absolutely can. So I've set up 4 this year. I set up 2 Mecha Chameleon collabs, 1 Lethal Company, and 1 Peak collab. We're having it so that for my ones, for example, if I go into like Mecha Chameleon, we're looking for people that can join in the morning or the afternoon, and having like 2 separate groups to get as many people in as possible, because they're always quite popular. Yeah, and we have those. But if you're like, I'm not really interested in any of these collabs, I'd like to do an art collab, or I'd like to do a crafting collab, or a music collab, or a co-working collab, you're more than welcome to set up your own collab here. Now, I have put a few guidelines in, which is a suggestion mostly. The only thing that I will say that is important is put the activity, date, and username in the title. That way people know what they're signing up for. I think that's quite important. Make sure that you've got that in there. So you can see, for example, I've done Mecha Chameleon on the 18th of October, hosted by me. Keep all that in the title, because that way people know if they actually are interested or not. I have put in some suggestions. One of the things we had the most feedback for last year was collabs and how they were run. So I've put in a few couple of suggestions. These are suggestions, you don't have to take them, but this is just advice from one streamer to another. Collabs are much more popular when you have a planned date, time, and activity. People are much less likely to sign up when they don't know the details. So if you are looking to host a collab, I highly recommend you have a date, time, and activity set. It could be a little flexible, like maybe we're doing arts and crafts and we don't have a specific art and craft, but like at least say arts and crafts and have a date and a time. I've also linked at the bottom here Timecord, which is really, really good for like getting it in everyone's time zone so that people, again, know what time they're signing up for. That's a big one. I know last year a lot of collabs didn't run because people didn't have ideas of what they were doing in time, and so people couldn't decide whether they wanted to sign up or not. The other thing is, once you've set up a collab, chat with them. Chat with the people that you're collabing with. Get excited about it. Send hype, send gifts, just anything to keep the chat moving a little bit, because if a chat goes completely dormant with a collab, sometimes people will assume that it's not happening or that it's been forgotten about, especially if you don't talk about it for a couple of weeks and then the day before the collab you're like, so we're good for tomorrow? People will be like, I didn't realize this was actually happening because nobody said anything. So if you do set up a collab and you do get some interest, make sure that you do keep engaging with those people. Again, it's advice. You don't have to take it. Generally, though, I find that helps keep people in the know and excited and thinking about it so they don't forget right beforehand. Because even like if they really want to join, sometimes if you don't talk about it for a few weeks, it will just leave your mind, especially mid fundraising. So yeah, that's just advice. I can't make you do that, and I'm not going to make you do that. But if you're looking to set up a collab, that would be personally how I would suggest to do it. It's just, again, at least in this Discord server. If you want to do it with your own people, that's all good. That's all good. But if you want to do it with like Boobtober people, this is how I'd suggest. I feel called out. No, I don't think I'm calling anyone out specifically. This is more like more Twitch information, genuinely, of like advice from one bean to another. It's a good way of making sure that everyone feels like, because if you don't hear anything from someone for several weeks, the likelihood is you're just going to be like, oh, it's not happening. Oh, I'm just not going to bother with it then. I'm going to do my own thing, you know? People make their own plans and they can't do yours. So yeah, that's, again, just my advice. The only thing is with my ones as well, there are limited slots. So if you do want to join for a collab, one of the ones that I've set up, these are get in earlier rather than later. I've got pretty good amounts. Like I think these ones I've got like 10 in the morning, 10 in the afternoon. Like I've got pretty good amounts, but like they do fill up. So if you do want to get in quickly. I think those are most of the exciting things to talk about. We do, of course, have general chat where I can see people spamming. Hell yeah. we love a bit of spam. I see this. If you're new to the Boobtober server, you're always welcome to introduce yourself. We have many years of people introducing themselves, and it's lovely, and we love it very much. I'll probably reintroduce myself this year as well. We have the help and support channel. If you have any concerns, if you need to ping one of us, you can. If you just have a question that you're happy with anyone answering, whack it in help and support. We will come and have a little look at it. Sometimes it can take us a couple of hours, but we'll come pop by. And yeah, that sometimes it'll also just be that we'll direct you to somewhere else in the Discord, but we'll always try and help. Team giveaways. This one's new. So this was another bit we got some feedback of. That people wanted to donate items to the team giveaways for like milestones and stuff, but they didn't know how to do it. And that's so fair. I do think it was a little confusing, and it did involve DMing people, which I don't think is everyone's favorite. So if you would like to submit an item for the Boobtober 2026 giveaways, we have a form, and that's the form. The form is here. Why is my mouse is broken today? I don't know why my mouse is so broken. Why is my mouse so broken? It's supposed to be capturing the cursor. Why is it? Oh. Why? No, it just doesn't want to show it. That's fine. But yeah, we have a form that you can fill in. It's really simple, basically. It's just to make sure that we know what you're submitting, and then we'll add it to this chat. It must be a completed piece. So we can't accept work in progresses, and we can't accept commissions. That is just to avoid the situation of people not getting their rewards afterwards, so, or their giveaway items and stuff like that, especially with the server having to shut down there immediately. We want to make sure that's all organized, so it must be a completed finished piece. If it's a physical item, we do need you to be able to pay for postage this time. The reason is we just can't keep track of who's paying for postage for which giveaway otherwise, because we have so many of them, it becomes a bit too complicated. So with this one, if you're looking to do a physical giveaway for the team giveaway, you must be okay with paying postage worldwide. The big end of Boobtober stream is on the 31st, and it's hosted on my stream, as it always is. Because of that, I'll be rolling all of the giveaways, so you have to be happy with me rolling the giveaway and talking about it a bit on stream. And it must be PG and TOS safe. So the event is called Boobtober, but the last stream of the year is normally a PG stream, because we have a lot of people from different communities coming by, and we like to keep it PG. So make sure that it is PG. What that means is, nipples, we can't have nipples. Penises, no penis. No vagina. We can't have crochet, any of those. We got to keep it PG and TOS friendly, basically. Yeah. And again, if you have any questions, if you want to submit an item but you're just not sure, my DMs are open, but you can always ask in health and support as well. Can you have piss? You won't have any piss on the last stream, I'm afraid. The piss will be gone for the 31st of October. No bits and bobs, yeah. No bits and bobs. Just you know, general safety things. But yeah, what? I'm so sorry, Nyor. I know you. Unfollow, unsubscribe, get out. I'm done here. You can keep the teeth, but you can't keep the piss. Thank you for the piss, by the way. I've only got 97 teeth. I'm not. I'm so fair. That's so fair. That's so fair and understand. No one's allowed to piss. Only on the 31st. The rest of the month you can piss. Also, thank you for the hydrate. No bits and boobs. I know. I know, it's so hard, just for one day. But yeah, also going on to the next category, clips and highlights. So I have pinned the 2025 highlights, as well as I got the 24 ones and the 2023 ones. If you, this is mainly for when October starts, but if you would like to post any of these, we like to make highlight videos. I am going to set a deadline day for this, but I'm going to do it a little closer when the event actually opens, because right now no one can submit clips for this year anyway, because fundraising starts on the 1st. So we will have a deadline. That's just so I can edit the video together before the 31st. Yeah. Dear. And then we've got, once you sign up as a Boobtober streamer, it will start posting your streams here. So if you add the Boobtober stream role, it should just start posting your streams when you go live. Basically, the only person that doesn't apply to is me, because I removed myself from that because I tend to do a lot of weird, unusual streams I just don't want people to know about. So, but everyone else, it will start auto-promoting you. And then if you want to post your socials in Discord, we have it there so that you can find each other the rest of the year. That's all general stuff. Yeah, hopefully that all makes sense. Do you feel in the nose? I might with 10 minutes to spare. Not bad. We all know how many bits and boobs we normally see on stream. Just keep a few aside. I'm sure we might. Exactly. I might have stuff of donations. Ooh, very exciting. You can piss. Thank you. Thank you for hydrate. Skill gathering for the winter. I see. Yeah. Clipping, you say. I feel pretty in the nose. So informed. I hope that makes sense. If you have questions, if you don't understand something, please do ask. Like, there is no stupid questions. The only stupid questions are the ones that people don't ask, like, genuinely. And it might be that we have a really simple answer to your question or query or something like that, and that's fine. Honestly, having a simple answer makes things way easier for us. If you are unsure, please ask. You don't have to ping any of us. You can just go to the help and support channel and be like, I'm not exactly sure where to find this, or I'm not exactly sure if you have this, or would you consider doing this? Is there a problem with this? Just ask. Like, and again, we'll be as we'd much rather you ask. It might be sometimes we just direct you to somewhere else in the Discord, but it also might be something that we genuinely haven't thought about. And if we get a lot of people asking the same question, well, that just shows a gap in something that we need to address for future events. So it's only a positive. Please do ask. It might not always be me answering. Again, we have a whole Boobtober's team. We have Bateman, we have Dem, we have Val, we have Unpredictable, all lovely beans. It might not just be me answering, but yeah, we all endeavor to make sure that everyone feels as informed as possible, because especially for people when it's like one of their first charity events, it can feel quite daunting, and I don't want it to feel daunting. We didn't use you, so we love you. Oh, geez, I love a high school teacher. Thank you. I got the teacher vibes. Dude, you're as pissy today. Understandably. Like, look, there's so much piss. Maybe click the streamer role if we're still figuring out if we can stream. Yes, if you want to stay updated with raid train and collabs and stuff like that, yeah. So what the streamer role does is it unlocks the rest of, and I can go back to this actually. If you click to sign up for Booptober, it will show you the raid train and it will show you the collabs. Yes. If you don't click that, you will not see those categories. And that is, again, simply to avoid bots getting in. Just to avoid bots. It's just to avoid bots and silliness. But yes, if you click that, then you should see it. And the other thing is once, you can't see it on this screen, but you can see it in the Discord. Once you've clicked that, you'll see yourself in the sidebar as well, a little bit higher up. And when you go live, you'll switch to the live section. Yeah. Is there a problem with this? Is there a problem with this? Just go see a doctor. Yeah, go see a doctor. I mean, again, a lot of the time with lumps, bumps, unusual patches, all that, it doesn't always necessarily mean that it is breast cancer, but on the off chance that it is, you should go get it checked out. Me. It feels daunting, and I feel like I'm terrible at it, but I am interested in helping. Well, here's the thing, Mason. Also, good morning. You wouldn't have to join for, like, the whole month if you didn't want to. You could just do a 2-hour slot in the raid train, and that could be it. I present to you. You do not have to stream the whole month. That's a lot. But you could do a 2-hour slot in the raid train. Yeah? And then do some fundraising for those couple of hours. Again, my take on it, and then the whole Booptober's team's take on it, is awareness raising is the most important. If you think you can talk to your community a little bit about the BCRF, a little bit about breast cancer, any of that, it really doesn't matter if you stream the whole month or one day. It doesn't matter if you fundraise 10 quid or 1,000 quid. Like, it really doesn't matter. What matters is just normalizing those conversations about breast cancer so that people feel comfortable to go to the doctors if they do notice anything unusual. Because a big part of it is just that it doesn't feel like a normal conversation, or it feels like very risque or silly, or oh no, can't talk about chest, can't talk about boobs, can't talk about that. But it's very normal. It's too normal, unfortunately. And if you feel confident that you can maybe do like a couple of hours, you could join the raid train. You could even just join a gaming collab. That would be another one. Maybe for like, I don't know if I want to do such a huge focus on breast cancer, but I do want to join and support. Join one of the gaming collabs. You can stream alongside. Like, most of the people that do the collabs are also streaming their perspective, and like, you could join us for Peak, and then you could play a few hours of Peak while fundraising, and that could be it. I present to you. Yeah. The same way a single dollar matters, a single rating slot or single stream matter, 100%. The frustrating thing is people get over the embarrassment and get things checked out. Breast cancer is massively treatable. It is. Breast cancer is a very treatable cancer if caught at an early stage. Now, there are different types of breast cancer. Some of them are much more aggressive than others. Some you won't notice, unfortunately, a sign or symptom until it is already spread. And it is unfortunate. Like, I never want to put the blame on people that are going through breast cancer. There are many times where people won't find anything until there is nothing they can do. However, for a lot of cases, you can find one of these early signs and symptoms, take it to a doctor, and there'll still be a lot of options for you. It can be very treatable. I'm doing non-streaming stuff this year, guys. I can't stream. That's hell yeah. Feels more in the spotlight, whereas not in the raid train and taking the month. Feels like it. Oh, that's fair. No, that's fair. You need to have those conversations. No, I understand that. Like, the raid train, you will suddenly have a lot of new people in your channel, which, if that is not the vibe that you're looking for, completely understand. Very understandable. Whereas, yeah, if you wanted to do your own little streams here and there, where, again, you wouldn't necessarily have to do it the whole month. You could just pick a week where you're like, I'm going to fundraise, not as part of the collabs and not as part of the raid train, but in my own space with my own community. That's fine. Again, it's talking to your community about breast cancer, and they are likely a community that I wouldn't hit here, which is the whole thing about it being a team and why it's so good, because the people that watch Mason's stream likely do not watch my stream. We stream at like opposite times of the day. And so, like, yeah, it means that you could speak to those people and I can speak to these people, and then everyone knows a little bit more about it. Hell yeah. Oh dear. Which is, again, nothing but a good thing. I feel like this too. I actually went to TwitchCon panel on doing charity streams, and it was such a confidence boost. I did my first fundraiser in June and was floored by my tiniest community. Big impact. Yes. It's great. And again, like, even just discussing, like, again, fundraising is great, and we do have a goal of 18,000 for the team this year. So 180,000 is the goal. But like, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how much you fundraise. Like, genuinely, if at the end of this event there's someone in your community that feels better able to look after themselves, better able to take themselves to the doctor, more informed, then you've done an excellent job. And when I was looking at, when I was doing all the fundraising and awareness raising before being on Twitch, awareness raising was first and foremost. Like, we might raise a couple of £100, maybe, while we're doing it, but that's not why we were doing it. We were doing it for the catwalks. We were doing it for getting people who had been through breast cancer, who had had mastectomies, who had reconstructions on, like, catwalks, getting them front and center. We're getting that visibility on people going through breast cancer, and that after you've been through breast cancer, you have the rest of your life, you know, it's back to that. Talking, like, getting people who are just starting their breast cancer treatment to people that had breast cancer 30 years ago, getting people connected, having those conversations, getting men talking to other men about breast cancer. That was what Breast Cancer Awareness Month was all about for us. It was raising awareness. It was about talking to other businesses and having them stick breast checks in the fitting rooms, and also putting chest checks in the men's fitting rooms, so that when people are getting changed and stuff like that, that they'd see the little posters and be like, okay, I know what to do. I can do a quick check while I'm in here. It was about doing all that kind of stuff. And so, while yes, we are fundraising for the BCRF, it is a fundraising event, the main importance to me is always the awareness raising, because that's the reason I started it in the first place. Had a breast cancer twice in middle age, I'd say in 1950s and 60s. Lived a ripe old age, hell yeah. 0800 00 1066, how dare you. Nervous but hopeful to help, hell yeah, we'd love to have you. See, I've done one, and it was just one stream, and I felt like I just froze, I was underprepared, and Tizza made it hard to talk. Would Mason, and this is up to you, of course, just a suggestion, you don't have to listen to me, would maybe doing a collab, like, with someone else, like, for example, there are probably people in this community that might want to support but can't fundraise themselves, would maybe doing a collab, like a Fortnite collab with a couple of other streamers, and then you've got a fundraiser going, but you're streaming with other people who might not have a fundraiser going, but might feel confident talking about it more, so you can, like, kind of balance each other out as a little team, like, kind of thing, and doing something that maybe you do anyway, stuff like Fortnite. Yeah, like maybe like you're streaming with, I don't know, I'm gonna use Clen as an example because Clen's already popped by and wanted to support. Like, I know Clen won't be able to run his own fundraiser, for example, but maybe he'd be like, I'd love to join for some Fortnite, and then if you're feeling a bit not confident in talking, Clen will yap for days. Bring in a yapper to Fortnite, but then that way, if you fancy talking, you can, but if not, you've got good backup. Yeah, okay, maybe, yeah, bring in a yapper. Oh dear. We don't stream. We can still have a till 5. You can still have a till 5 without streaming. You can, absolutely, yeah. 100%. The setup is the same, except you just wouldn't link your Twitch. Yeah. That's right for Clark. Hell yeah. You don't say. Fortnite. Thank you for the booped over in chat. Very likely Clan or Kamo might be up for an idea like that. Yeah, people that, like, might want to support, but, like, for whatever reason can't run their own fundraiser. There you go. You can work together. It sounds less daunting. Streaming is more intimidating part for myself, but yapping, boy howdy. And I hear you. I practice scripts a lot of this. I've also, like, people have heard my ones a lot, and I've gotten very used to it, but definitely, I remember the first year I was very nervous about getting something wrong, whereas now I'm like, I've been doing it for years. I volunteer as yapper. We're getting Clan in here. But like in collabs I get much more yappy. Hell yeah. Payback, dear. Payback. Oh dear. Also, me and Val were in a voice call the other day, Fox, talking about you and Clovet's PNGs. We love them. We want to see them facing each other and yelling into each other's, like, faces. I want to see you and Clovet's, like, little PNG tubers, like, right next to each other, facing each other, yelling. We want to see it so bad. I feel you. I might need to, because I was thinking how, and like my mouth went, no, you don't speak now. Yeah, like, it happens. It absolutely happens. Please tell me someone clip Jelly saying Yapple days. Oh, I'll tell it to Clen's face. It's fine. Me and Clen speak behind the scenes. I'd tell Clen that. We volunteer as tribute. Question: will it matter when I'm in Australia? It should not, no. So you'll be fundraising in American dollars because it is a charity based in America, and that's how Tiltify sets up. So it sets it up for you to fundraise in the currency of the charity. So people will have to donate in American dollars. Same with here, because we spend pounds, but we will raise in American dollars. However, the work the BCRF does also affect Australia. It literally goes to the rest of the world. So even though it is based in America, you still get all of the research benefits in Australia. Yeah. Oh dear, this can be arranged. Hi Jinx, good morning, welcome on in, how are you doing? Alright, we gotta get our speedy pants on because I'm near the end of stream. I'm doing a 1 hour today. Hi Jinx, how was your stream? How was it? I hope it was good. If you've not checked out Hijinks before, a very, very talented crafter. They do crochet, they do tatting, they do Fortnite. We were literally just talking about Fortnite. They do Fortnite. If you haven't checked them out before, a very, very sweet bead. Also, welcome to Hijinks and Cameron and Lady and Wild. How you all doing? We were just talking about, because we were talking about people doing Fortnite collabs for breast cancer. And all the good stuff. It's been forever. How are you? I'm good. So today, you've joined us on a big announcement stream because Boobtober's just gone live for the year. So we've just started. For anyone who hasn't heard of Boobtober before, it is an annual event taking place from the 1st of October to the 31st of October, where we fundraise for the BCRF, which is the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. And the reason is because October is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. My history is that as a post-surgery fitter. So I did post-surgery fits for people going through chest surgery. That was also enlargement reduction and transitional, but 9 out of 10 breast cancer. And before the pandemic and before all of that, that was my job, and we would do like fundraising and awareness events every October. We'd do catwalks, we'd do big fitting events, we'd have events where men would talk to other men about breast cancer, where women would talk to other women going through breast cancer. It was a really, really big part of our annual schedule, and during the pandemic we had to stop all of it because so many people that we worked with were high risk. So we started doing Boobtober Online, which is a way to talk about breast cancer awareness to a different group of people so that people feel better able to protect themselves and look after themselves if they did ever notice anything was unusual. We fundraise for the BCRF, which is the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. It is based in the US, but it is the biggest charity for breast cancer research worldwide, and they spread their research worldwide. So wherever you live in the world, you benefit and have already benefited from the work that the BCRF does. They are a research-based charity, so they are doing stuff like breast cancer research for new treatments, better cure, new treatments, better earlier detection, and hopefully one day a cure for breast cancer. That's what they do, yes. Yeah, and it's a great charity. This is our 6th year fundraising for them. If you would like to sign up, or if you would like to just know some more information, the Discord is now open. Boobto. I can remember how to. I can remember how to spell. Boobtober is now open. You can go have a little look. We've just done a bit of an announcement where it kind of sets up how to how to navigate. We have raid trains. We've got collabs. You do need to be signed up as a Boobtober streamer to access any of those. That's just to avoid bots getting in. And we're just talking about different ways people can fundraise, or awareness raise, or do anything like that. Because not everyone's going to feel comfortable streaming and talking about breast cancer. Not everyone's going to have the availability to do it. But there's lots of ways that you can support in other ways as well. And yeah, your voice is sounding a little different. I've been on testosterone for 7 months now, and it's slowly but surely breaking. Oh dear. Oh yeah, if it's been forever, Cameron, then yeah, no, voice has been going down and down. I had to re-record my the setup Tiltify video because we have a video for like if you want to walk through to help you set up your Tiltify. It's basically like a step-by-step, hold your hand. And yeah, I had to re-record it because I was like, if I leave the old one, all the comments are just going to be like, old voice, old voice, old voice. It's like, no, I need you to listen to what I'm saying. This is an instructional video. So I re-recorded it to make sure that all the comments were not just old voice. Because I'll be honest, if I see if I can find the old one. It was, no, actually, you know what? I won't do it now. I'll find it another time because we're on a bit of a time limit today. But it was, yeah, a bit different. They're finished great. 68 out of the cross stitch project. Oh hell yeah, Hijinks. I will say the backing Ida is. I know it's a silly thing to say, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It looks lovely. Oh dear. Thinking ahead. As fellow trans mask, I know it's harder for us to register the changes from day to day. Yeah, I think. Like, would I necessarily recommend having all of your old clips at all times of old voice? I don't know. I guess it depends on you personally. But I will say it's been really good because, like, for example, I can go back to my channel and be like, what did my voice sound like before testosterone again? Oh, there it is. Like, instantly. Like, I'll just go to, like, my top clips or something. Let me see. Yeah, there's a breast cancer one. Here we go. Perfect. There we go. This is what I used to sound like on stream every day. It's mad. Oh, dear. But it's nice. It's right there, so I can just listen to it anytime. You dyed the fabric yourself? That was dyed by you? Damn. You did a good job. Because every time I look at it, I'm like, that's just a really nice. I wonder where you got that background Ida from. Like, where did you get that? Oh my god, we never get stuff like that near us. Hell yeah. Oh dear, in the songs mostly. The songs we do hear it a lot, that is true. Hi Blapple, how you doing? I hope you're doing good. It was, I love it so much. You did a great job with it. I will say, I am about to end stream, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sending your people here. I really appreciate it. I am gonna have to send you elsewhere because I'm actually going to a charity event now. Not a Boobtober one, a different charity thing. It's just the timing. It's a very charity heavy day here in the Jelly household. Oh dear, hello Jelly, carry on, hello. Found a video from when I was like 15 or 16. I said to a coworker I was like 1 year old. She couldn't believe it. I mean, I'm not surprised. Hell yeah. It's nice to have something just to be like, so much has changed. Feel free, I just wanted people to hear the announcement. Oh, bless you. That's very kind of you. Have fun. I will. I'll update you all on it later. I'm going to pop a clip of this stream into the Discord as well. So that's just for people that might want to catch up, because I know people are going to lose their streaks on such a short stream. But again, if you have any questions, please ask. Again, I don't want anyone to be like, oh, it's a silly question, or maybe Jelly already went over it. It doesn't matter if I go over it. Oh, 2 seconds, I've had an alert. It doesn't matter if I go over it time and time and time and time again. Oh dear. Oh, that's really funny. So, because no one's talked in the Discord for a year, the Discord is sending it as unusual activity, and it's like, I'll mark it as resolved. Yeah, I literally have to put it as increased activity from normal members is okay. Uh-oh. They're like, everyone's talking suddenly. What's going on? No, it's fine. It's fine. We've only just opened the Discord. I didn't realize it was going to send us like a notification. But yeah, don't worry. Like, if you have things where you're like, oh, have people already asked this question? I don't know if this has already been answered. I don't care. I don't care if I answer the same question 2,000 times. It doesn't matter. If you have a question and you're unsure, please ask. We have a help and support channel just for that. And it might be that we direct you to a different area of the Discord. It might be that we send you to an answer that we've already done. That's fine. That's a nice, easy solution for us. I'd much rather people ask the same question over and over again than anyone feel like they don't quite know what's going on, or that they're not sure what's going on, or that they don't feel like they can join because they're missing out on vital information. The only information that I'd say that is really important is if you are looking to take part in the raid train or any of the collabs, you need to have done this. So you need to sign up for Boobtober and react to this. You have to put a little B here in the roles. If you don't do this, you will not see the raid train and you will not see the collabs. And that is just to avoid bots getting into those, because we had that last year. Yes. Remembered I drove past a road called Fishponds Road the other day, and I was like, I should live there. I'd love to. Hell yeah, get me, find me a house over there. Usually at work when you stream. Oh, evening shift. That's so fair. No worries. It's nice to catch up. Nice to see you. Sorry that it's such a short stream. I'm just about to head out to another thing. However, I am gonna raid you forward. So thank you so much, Hijinks, for sending your community here and highlighting Boobtober and all that. It's incredibly kind of you. Thank you, thank you. I am going to send you all over to another beat, to Schmeckens. Because I need, and then I'll do some more updates in the Discord later. I might be a little quiet in the Boobtober Discord for the next few hours just while I'm out doing this charity event, and then I will be back. So yes, if you don't hear from me for a couple of hours, it's literally just that, and then I'll return. We also got no streams this weekend, so the next stream here is on Monday. But again, if you have questions, ask them in the Discord. If you want to wait till Monday as well, you're more than welcome to wait till Monday, and then I can talk about it then. Completely up to you. Completely up to you. Either works. We've got loads of time before October, so there's plenty of time. Like, you can make a whole list of questions and we can answer them all at the same time. I was about to be like, oh, I wonder if Hijinks is still live. We never get to raid Hijinks. She's always ended by the time we end. I wonder if Hijinks is live. What do you think, guys? Do you think Hijinks is live right now? Damn, I can't find her in the list. That's wild. Numpty. It's because normally I watch Hijinks in the mornings and I'm like, oh yeah, normally she'd be ended by the time that I finish my stream. Yeah, I love Hijinks. Should we go raid her? I must have just scrolled past them yet. I'm sure they're here somewhere. They're normally live at this time. Where could they be? So stupid. Have a great week. I will, thank you. I'm looking forward to it. I will update everyone. Alright. Who can we go? We got a good, because there's a lot of people that I actually often watch this time of day. We've got a lot of people here. Shoot. There's so many. Oh, nice sausage. So many people here. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna rate. I don't know if I've ever rated them before, because again, they're normally ended by the time that I am ending. But I think I'm gonna raid you all into, if it's okay with you. Would you like to go to an art stream? I think we're gonna go to Charles Lister Art, because they're very, very talented artist. They're doing Fluffy Stratocumulus, which I think is a cloud. I think that's a type of cloud. I think that's a type. I think they're doing a specifically cloud art right now. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So we're gonna go over there and look at some clouds. They're also looking at Pokemon cards. If you like Pokemon cards and clouds, massive. Oh, that's very kind of me. I think that one might need to go. But yeah, if you have any questions, again, sorry, I'm gonna keep saying it. Please do ask. Please do ask. We don't want anyone to feel like they can't ask a question, or that it's maybe a question that's already been asked. We'll answer the same questions over and over and over again, and I'm absolutely fine with that. And thank you everyone for all the hype for this. I really, really appreciate it. Like, again, Boobtober is a very, very, very close charity event to my heart. That's why we run it every year. It means a lot to me, and when everyone signs up and supports and does all the cool stuff, and like when I hear people talking about it, even when I go to other streams and I hear people talking about it in passing, it means a lot. I really appreciate it. It's incredibly kind of you. If you want to share Boobtober with any other streamers, you can. It's I would say probably do it privately in DMs rather than like in their live stream chat, because they probably don't want links in their live stream chat. But if you think you know someone who might be interested, we do have the Discord link. It's in the announcement. It's also in the FAQ, where you can share that with people whenever you like. But no pressure to, again. It's just if you're like, oh, a friend of mine wanted to fundraise for breast cancer, maybe they'd want to join. The only thing is that it is specifically for the BCRF, the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. That's what Boobtober is for. As long as they're happy with that, then yeah, anyone could join, whether you're arting, crafting, musicking, gaming, whatever you're doing. We want all of it. We want all of it. As many communities that we can hit on Twitch as possible, ideal. Hell yeah, because it's just spreading more breast cancer information to more people. And that's good. That's what Breast Cancer Awareness Month is all about. Be well all, yeah. I hope all of you have an absolutely lovely, lovely, lovely weekend. Thank you again, Hijinks, so much for trusting us with your community. Have a lovely weekend. If you have any questions, send them our way. We're here to answer questions, and I'll see you on Monday. Yes, see you on Monday. Have a lovely rest of your week, everyone. Bye-bye. Enjoy yourself. Let me just make sure that you all